Hey everybody, it's Razor from the Horror Syndicate. It's just Jared and I tonight, and we are going to talk about a few things, newer stuff. Anyway, with me is Jared. Brian is on assignment in Philadelphia, and Lombardo just didn't want to be with us tonight.
Yeah, fuck him.
But yeah, Brian said he'd be here in spirit, so he's here in spirit, and Lombardo's he's doing something. I think he's doing some kind of work to help out one of his filmmaker friends or something. But Jared is here. I'm here. So let's talk about horror stuff. We already have 2 viewers. So if you're viewing this, you can send us a little comments in the window on the right hand side, or if you're on your phone, I think it's below the actual video. So. Off the top, we're gonna mention our "I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday" giveaway. So that's going on for 3 more days. All you got to do is go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com /the Horror Syndicate, or no /Horror Syndicate, and then it's the pinned video. Watch that, and it'll tell you like our page, like the Scream Team releasing page, and then. Comment with your favorite Christmas horror movie, and then share the video. So that's that.
And how many submissions are we up to now?
Well, we've got 58 shares and a bunch of comments, and that's pretty awesome. I think it's just over 1,100 views. So the video is fun. Mike Lombardo, director of I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday, did a little piece. I did a little piece. And Brian edited it all together.
And it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's funny, yeah. It's my favorite of our giveaway videos because we've done 3 giveaways. And I think that's my favorite one. So I've watched it the most, that's for sure. But yeah, so go to the Facebook page, enter. We've got 5 copies. Actually, if you don't mind, Jared, I can show them what they could win.
Why not?
Yeah, so I got everything in today. And if you enter to win a copy of I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday, I made 5 stockings like this. They say the Horror Syndicate. That's awesome. Glitter glue. Inside are the goodies. You get the Blu-ray copy. It also has the DVD copy of I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday with all kinds of special features. Plus, it looks really good. Scream Team really knocked it out. We've got a postcard signed by director Mike Lombardo, and it's also there's got information for one of the screenings that Mike did. I've got a Horror Syndicate postcard just with the logo.
Pretty.
Yeah, it turned out nicer than I expected. This is my comic book company postcard because I like to self-promote myself. Unparalleled Comics on Facebook. If you like comics at all, I'm a comic book writer. And then my favorite little pieces, except for the movie, because the movie's great, 2 Horror Syndicate stickers, the blue regular logo and the Halloween logo.
Ah, yeah.
I love them. I'm so happy about it. So it's a stocking full of goodies like you would get on Christmas, except for it's all horror related, except for the comic book one. But you never know. I'll probably do some horror comics eventually. But that's it. Stocking full of goodies. So go to the Horror Syndicate's Facebook page, like us, Scream Team, comment with a Christmas movie. And
I already got a comment.
Sleigh
From
bells.
Obscure, and we were just talking about that.
Yeah, we just got the screener, right? That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah, we just got the screener.
Yep, we'll be watching that. As soon as he said, did you email it to me yet?
I did.
Yeah, so Sleigh Bell, yeah. I'm hoping it's a good one. It sounds like it's gonna be a good one. So anyway, so you want to jump into our topics, or you got anything else?
I was just gonna piggyback on what you were saying. I mean, there's only 3 days left, Syndicate. So I mean, tell your friends. I mean, what do you have to lose? You get a free Blu-ray and some cool fucking shit to go along with it.
Yep, and there's 5 copies to win. That's kind of a lot. And don't forget, go over to ScreamTeamReleasing.com. If you don't want to enter or take your chances, you could always buy I'm Dreaming of a White Doomsday on Blu-ray DVD combo, along with The Sleeper, The Barn, 1031, Volumes of Blood, and other movies. on ScreamTeamReleasing.com. And this month, December, all the proceeds are going to go to helping pay for Billy Pond, director of Circus of the Dead's medical bills. He's got cancer, unfortunately. So anything could help.
That's really cool of Scream Team to be doing that.
Yeah, it really is. I really fucking hate cancer. My wife died of cancer last year, if anybody didn't know. She was only 35. But anyway, so tonight, Jared and I, we're gonna kind of just talk about. There's not much to say, but the Child's Play remake. We're seeing more images come out and kind of just talk about it for a few minutes. I'm more excited to talk about the Curse of the Blind Dead trailer because I love the first 4 movies, and Jared's the one who turned me on to it. We do have links in the description here on YouTube for the Curse or the Tombs of the Blind Dead movie that Jared did the review, Child's Play review, and the rankings of the Child's Play movies. We also have the trailer linked in the description. Hold on, Jared, go ahead and say something for a sec. Somebody's knocking on my door.
Yeah, no problem. So apparently they're going to be remaking Child's Play, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. Some of the images that have come out are kind of exciting.
Sorry about that.
Well, I basically just said that I'm not too excited about the Child's Play remake, but some of the images that have come out have kind of piqued my interest. Like the image of Aubrey Plaza. She's fucking hilarious.
She's she's playing Andy's mom, Karen.
Okay.
And they have not revealed who's doing Chucky's voice, which if you don't have Brad Dourif, we've already decided that's a swing and a miss. For you baseball fans out there.
I mean, didn't mean to interrupt you, but not having Brad Dourif is like, I mean, I can't compare it to not saying, it's not Robert Englund as Freddy. I mean, it's not that bad, but at the same time, Brad Dourif is Chucky. Like his humor, and just the way he delivers all the lines in all the movies, like Brad Dourif is Chucky, and that is a total negative. Total negative.
I agree with that, and we just got a comment saying I heard there's a Child's Play show coming. It takes place after the Cult of Chucky, which is true. I don't know how far. I think that's a bad idea, but Don Mancini, I think he said something the other day about MGM is screwing over him and other actors and people working on the project with doing this reboot now, because it may take away from
the TV show.
From the TV show and what they're doing, which I agree with. Plus, Child's Play, it's still an active series. Why would you remake it? That's my biggest problem. It's the last movie was last year, right? 2017, and I thought it was pretty good. And I want to see more of what's going to happen. Well, let's go ahead and remake it too. And Chucky's got Wi-Fi. I don't know. Everything I'm seeing, I personally am not a fan of Aubrey Plaza, and it's a lot of it has to do with Parks and Rec, and I hated her character.
Yeah, her character was pretty annoying.
People who just hate things like that just bug me.
She was pretty good in Life After Beth. I enjoyed her performance in that. She can be funny, but it's just very, very dry and monotone humor.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how she plays as like a mom figure. I've never seen that before. She said she wanted to play Catwoman, and I about threw up.
What? I could not see that at all.
No, me either. But we'll see. I mean, some of the images I've seen, I don't like the way the doll looks, the Wi-Fi thing. It seems like it's really bad timing for this to happen. I know Aubrey Plaza doesn't, it's who cares that she probably doesn't care. She's getting money. And then Detective Mike Norris is Brian Tyree Henry. I've never really seen him in anything. But let's see, what was he in that I did see him in? He's going to be in the Godzilla vs. Kong movie.
That I would rather see than a Child's Play remake.
Me too. That's coming up soon. He was in Boardwalk Empire, 2 episodes. That was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
But in any of the movies, I don't think I've seen any of these movies. So he's going to be relatively new to me. So we'll see how he does. But I guess he's playing the role of Chris Sarandon. I almost called him Jerry Dandridge from the first movie, from the original movie.
Dandridge.
So
Princess Buttercup.
Well, I'm curious to know what any of our viewers think about the possibility of this reboot. Curious how they are going to have the reboot. Yes, I don't know. That's a big question. Is the series actually still going to happen? Because they opened it up wide in the last movie and brought back Andy, and they brought back, what's the girl's name from part 2?
Oof.
I can't remember her character's name, but and they're good characters that I like. I'd rather watch that than watch a remake. But anyway, I digress. We also wanted to talk about. I mean, is there anything else you want to say before we move on?
No, I was just kind of trying to look up something that Don Mancini had said just a couple days ago.
Getting the quote would be great because he's not very happy about this at all, and I don't blame him. I mean, why would you do a reboot while something's still active? It's like maybe they should reboot the Marvel universe since it's still active. Yeah, Don Mancini throws shade at the reboot. Well, I don't blame him. He's still making his story.
Basically, basically he was just very vague about it, about not wanting to attach himself to the remake. He said, "We said no, thank you, because we have our ongoing, thriving business with Chucky. Obviously, my feelings were hurt, and I did create the character and nurture the franchise for 3 fucking decades." Can't blame the guy for being a little pissed off.
He put up a picture of Mariah Carey on his Twitter, and it says, "I don't know her." And he said, and his quote was, "This is all I have to say about the subject on the subject." So he doesn't know this movie, which I don't blame him. Why in the hell are they doing a remake? Kyle was her name. Thank you. Why are they doing a remake whenever there's an active series? Anthony T's Horror Chamber, he says, "No interest in the reboot. The Child's Play remake is doomed to fail as the studio has no faith in the film by releasing it in the summer." Ooh, that's kind of a good point. Because in the summertime, you got to deal with all those blockbusters.
Oh, yeah.
It
definitely gets overlooked that way.
I don't think it's going to do very well. I mean, it's definitely not going to make it money. It probably won't make Halloween money, which they're both in two different, because Halloween made over 200 million. It made over 700 million. I mean, it may make its budget back because people will go see it, but I don't know. Joe Ridgely says, "I spoke with Christine Elise and Ed Gale. They didn't have anything nice to say about the reboot and have high hopes for the TV series." I just hope the series happens. I feel weird about making a Chucky TV series. It's like when they announced they were going to make a Friday the 13th series on the CW. Like, why? Like, it takes place. Friday the 13th technically takes place on one day. Why would you space it out into a big series?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see, right? Is Chucky on my shirt?
Possibly.
Yep,
a lot of other ones.
He's not at the bottom.
He's at the bottom.
Right there.
Next to Jigsaw.
Anyway, so Chucky remake. I kind of wish they wouldn't have called it Child's Play also. I mean, call it Chucky reboot. I don't know.
Chucky Wi-Fi 2.0.
Yeah, Chucky Wi-Fi. I like that the good guys, whatever they're called now, have the Wi-Fi logo on But well, I'll still watch it, I'm sure, eventually.
Yeah. I mean, as horror fans, we probably will still sit down and fucking watch it.
Most horror fans will, because they're going to want to be able to bitch about it and have some reason to bitch about it. You know, not just blindly go in bitching, well, this movie's going to suck. Well, even though we do it anyway. All fans of everything do that.
Like, I guess I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it, whatever. It's whatever. Excuse me. Usually Jared's the one burping. So the other thing, one of the other topics we wanted to kind of talk about, excuse my goodness, is Curse of the Blind Dead, which I don't even remember how I found the trailer, but I found it and I got really excited. And I think I actually messaged my brother-in-law first. And then, did I message you about it?
Yeah, just yesterday. You found it.
It came out of nowhere because, well, Tombs of the Blind Dead. Let's, Jared, talk about that. Tell people a little bit more. You know, you're better about that than I am because I've seen it, of course. But
for those that aren't very familiar with older horror films, in Spain back in the 1970s, Armando de Osorio wrote and directed 4 Blind Dead movies, starting with Tombs of the Blind Dead. And a brief basic synopsis of it is there were Templar knights that got caught sacrificing a woman. She may have been a virgin. They don't really specify. And they were kind of run out of town and murdered ruthlessly. Fast forward, 200 or 300 years. A couple of people stumble back up to this old town, and the blind dead rise from the grave, and it kind of just starts this whole thing. It's a very interesting story. Like you can kind of want to call them zombies because they move slow, but I mean, I don't know. It's like a really different type of film because they're more gothic in nature, and they kind of remind me of the old Hammer horror films in tone.
Definitely.
But there's 4 of them. There's Tombs of the Blind Dead, Return of the Blind Dead, the Ghost Galleon, which is a Spanish ship, and Night of the Seagulls.
Yeah, actually.
And they released an amazing set that had all 4 of them.
Yep, I got it.
Has, and I'm jealous as shit because I didn't pull the trigger.
Oddly enough, now it's out of print. The second one has 2 titles. It's Return of the Blind Dead and then Return of the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So, because you said that, I'm like, hold on, that can't be right. And I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for the first movie, and it does say Return of the Blind Dead, which makes more sense than Return of the Evil Dead. But who knows what happens when movies, foreign movies come to America. Sometimes their titles get really messed up. Look at Lisa and the Devil from Mario Bava, which actually got remade and scenes got cut in, and they made it called House of Exorcism because it's right after The Exorcist. Anyway, that's a different subject. But yeah.
And obviously, I was just going to say, and obviously as the titles, say, they're blind. So, I mean, you can kind of work your way around these guys if you're quiet.
Yeah, which is interesting because in the second one, I think the second one is the best of the 4. Although the last one's really good too, the Night of the Seagulls or whatever. The third one to me is the weakest, the Ghost Galleon. But didn't you say you like that one the best?
No, I just thought that was the most interesting plot.
Yeah, I can see that. But the second one is interesting because there's these people. It's almost like a zombie movie where these they are dubbed. They're dubbed, and you can but they have extended editions that are not dubbed. They're just right. They're dubbed, right?
Yeah, they're dubbed.
They're dubbed. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've watched them. But the second one it's kind of like your average zombie movie. They invade in this town, and one of my favorite parts, I'll get to that in a second, spoiler alert, but there's 5 or 6 people trapped in a house, and one of them's the mayor of the town, and he's a complete sleazeball, Anyway, they try to run and get away, but the blind dead are attracted to sound, basically.
Mhm.
And so the mayor tries to get away by taking the kid out and sacrificing because the kid's going to be noisy, and like a scumbag, he takes the kid out there so they go after the kid because the kid's making noise, but he ends up getting his.
Yeah.
I suggest to check them out. I don't know how hard it would be to find them. I think the first one is on Shudder for sure.
You can buy them standalone, I know for sure, but you might be spending $15 to $20 on them standalone.
Yeah. Let me double check the Shudder and see. I'm almost certain the first one is on there. Okay. Tombs of the Blind Dead.
And I'm gonna check Voodoo.
Yeah, they're not on Shudder at all, actually.
Ooh.
But Mandy is now.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, so they're not there, and I'll check Amazon to see if they're available on Amazon anymore. Because it's funny, this box set I got, which is really nice, the Blind Dead box set, was only $40 for all 4 movies. Blue Underground did it.
Tombs of the Blind Dead is free on Voodoo right now.
There we go.
So if you guys have Voodoo, you can watch it for free if you don't mind commercials.
Yeah, so you can get the single edition DVD of the first one for $10. And I'm sure the other ones are available too. I know that Scream Factory has The Night of the Seagulls. I believe that's the only one they have on Blu-ray. But I don't understand why.
Makes no goddamn sense.
Well, I don't know why that it hasn't been released by Blue Underground. Blue Underground does really well with their releases, but they didn't release this on Blu-ray, only on DVD. So it's like, hey, Blue Underground, it's about time to bring these, especially with the Curse, the new one coming out. Maybe when that comes to DVD Blu-ray, they'll do a 5-pack with a new coffin. I doubt it, but that'd be pretty cool. You can get the coffin new or used for $115 now. Yeah, that's
my chance.
We shared it on the Horror Syndicate back whenever it was cheap, and a couple people were able to get it. My story, it went on back order, and wasn't sure if I was going to get it because I put it in my cart when it was like at the lowest point it had been, and luckily I got it. The Return of the Evil Dead is not even available to buy. It says that one's on Shudder.
Night of the Seagulls?
No, Return of the Evil Dead. So the second one's on Shudder. I'll check the Ghost Galleon too. Might as well.
But after the podcast is over, folks, the link to the trailer of the new one that's called Curse of the Blind Dead is down in the links below.
Yeah.
Check it out. It might pique your interest to check out some of the older ones. I mean, they were in the 70s, and they were very effective films, even, by my standards. I have pretty high standards when it comes to older films. And
well, I mean, the director also, he said they were influenced by some old Gothic horror movie or a horror story from the 1800s, 1860s or something like that, or 1880s. And then Night of the Living Dead. Mm-hmm. So he said he was heavily influenced by those. The new trailer. So each movie kind of shows the scene with the Templars being whatever, they're sacrificed or whatever it is. And this one looks like it could either be a sequel or maybe that's where I'm kind of foggy on the new one. Is it a sequel or are they trying to like a rebirth of the series? Mm-hmm. So, which at the same time it could be, because even if it's a sequel, it's bringing the series back to life. But this blew me away that this is actually. The trailer doesn't look bad to me.
Almost 50 years since the last one.
Yeah, 75 I think was the last one. So you're talking about what, 43 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's great that they're trying to bring it back, and really doing the scene with the Templars is all you need to get into the story to find out why they're the Blind Dead or why they're blind and why they're doing whatever they're doing. Because the old movies are all pretty much single-serving movies. They don't follow a linear storyline where they all connect. They are all different movies, different people.
Yep.
So you pretty much can watch any of them and not like, well, I need to see Tombs first. No, you can watch Return of the Evil Dead or The Ghost Gal, any of them at any point in time. It's just
Exactly.
yeah, they're single serving movies. I really enjoyed them. I sometimes dubbed movies can be tricky to watch because they're so poorly done, and this one's not great, especially the first one. But they get better as they go on, and they're directed better as they go on too. Um, I still think the Return of the Evil Dead or Return of the Blind Dead's the best one of the bunch. So I definitely would watch that one, and it's available on Amazon for less than $10, and apparently Shudder. So that's the only one that I saw was on Shudder. So,
Tombs of the Blind Dead's free on Vudu.
there we go. Well, I think you can watch them all on Amazon Prime too.
Oh,
So yeah, there's ways to watch them. I wouldn't be surprised if you could find them on YouTube because I found The Beyond, I think, was the first time I watched it. It was on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure Tombs of the Blind Dead's on YouTube.
It wasn't The Beyond. It was a city, the House by the Cemetery. Yeah, check out the trailer for The Curse. Check out there's trailers for the other ones too, but I think they're worth a shot. I think they are. They're fun old movies, and sure, they're probably not scary or anything, but the story's intriguing. Even the characters. There's some cool scenes in the first one, like when they bring the girl back to the morgue. That was, remember that?
Those movies just invoke a sense of dread the entire time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like the same feeling of Night of the Living Dead, like the guy likes to say was his inspiration. So we're 27 minutes into the show, and we've about covered all of our topics.
Ooh.
Well, this is what happens when you only have two people. So, has anybody seen Tombs of the Blind Dead that is watching? Give us a comment if you've seen any of them, because this is something that me and Jared are passionate about, is introducing new movies not new movies per se, but movies to horror fans that they have maybe overlooked or not seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one for me, not recently, but over the last 2 years, is Chud. Then part of the reason I never wanted to see the original one was because of the first one, or the second one, Bud of Chud 2, was so bad in the 80s. And then, my brother-in-law was telling me, you need to watch it again. It's such a good movie. And then Lombardo, same way. It's such a good movie. And, Chud is a great movie. And I love it when Jared tells me things, because Jared is, if anything, our foreign movie aficionado, I'd say. More than anyone else out of the whole team, he watches the foreign stuff. I'm sure Chuck does too, but I talk to you more. So
yeah. Chuck loves his Fulci too, for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I found Fulci pretty much on my own, but like you were the one that told me you need to watch this, and this. Mostly like New York Ripper, which is a fucking weird movie. It is. I mean, I like it. Manhattan Baby, and
would it be better without the fucking Donald Duck? Yeah.
No, it needs that. It has to have that. That's part of its charm.
That's what sets it apart.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. But what else Fulci that I like? That I got over here. Zombie, of course. Manhattan Baby. Enigma. Zombie 3 is a masterpiece, of course.
Oh yeah.
But even with some of the other ones, like you got me to watch Deep Red, which took me 2 times to watch it before I really kind of got into it. But yeah, you're more of the Italian horror guy. But didn't you do a top 10 list of French horror movies?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So
and that's up on the website.
Yeah, Jared watches just about anything. Says, oh man, Chud scared the hell out of me when I was little. Zaso B80. Yeah, I don't think I saw Chud when I was younger. I know I saw the second one when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, but I never saw the first one until I think I may have seen snippets of it, but because it's like when I saw what the Chuds look like in the first one, after seeing Bud of Chud, I was like, why don't they look like humans? You know? But Anthony T's Horror Chamber says Fulci's best films are The Beyond, House by the Cemetery, wow, and Zombie.
You like House by the Cemetery better than City of the Living Dead, Anthony?
City of the Living Dead is amazing.
Yeah.
That's probably that. It's up in the air between The Beyond and City of the Living Dead for my favorites.
I'm just curious, like why you like House so much.
Well, okay, I will throw this out there. House has a good story. It's not the gore fest that we were used to with Zombie City, and so I mean, it's different. It's a different movie and a different story, and he went in a different direction. I mean, you got to give the story credit because it's a decent story. I like the movie. It's just to me, it was out of those four which I got an interesting way to watch these movies if you go to the website too, thehorrorsyndicate.com. But House would be the first one to watch in my list because they're all each opening a gate to hell. Then City, then The Beyond, then Zombie would be the last one. I include Zombie with the Gates of Hell movies because, you know, this is what I would expect to happen when the gates are open is, you know, the zombies raining in on New York City or whatever.
Yeah. That's when all the gates are open.
Yeah. Even though to me there would be 7 gates. That's why if I was going to make a movie, which I'm working on something with Jared, you know, it's going to be called 7 Gates, and it will be a love letter to Fulci. He says the story was very creepy, and now Fabio Frizzi did score that one, but I still think it was strong. So
I agree.
Yeah. And I do think the story was good. It's just you watch. So if you've never seen a Fulci movie, and they're saying, okay, watch the Gates of Hell movies. So you watch City of the Living Dead, you watch The Beyond, and you get these great gore fests. You get the weird ending with City. Because Jared, why did she scream when the kid was running to her?
And then the screen fractured.
Yeah.
I'm thinking she's fucking scared that she's got to take care of this kid now.
Right. That's. I think that's probably what it. Who knows what I'm still confused by this.
I have never gotten a good explanation to that ending.
Dardano, how do you say his last name?
Dardano Scischetti.
Shetty, he's still alive. So maybe I'll find a way to mail him. Like, what happened? Why did it end that way? I mean, Fulci's not alive to tell us why. Maybe he knows since he wrote it. But you know, you watch these 2 movies, which are great gore fest, and House starts off great. That first kill, back of the head with the knife out of the mouth, that's wonderful.
Oh yeah, that's classic.
Then it just jumps into the story, and then a very good ending. You know, as far as gore fest go, it wasn't or the bat. The part with the bat was good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a different film compared to the previous 3, really, with zombies. So I think that's why it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Cool thing is Aben Press, the Book of Iban. How do you say it? Is Aban, right?
Aban.
So there's a comic book company called Aben Press, they've done the zombie comic. And they've done City of the Living Dead or Gates of Hell, which is over my shoulder. I always love showing off those posters. But anyway, they are releasing House by the Cemetery next year in comic book form. So Anthony T, if you're interested in comics, check out Aben Press. And they're also selling a graphic novel of their adaptation of Zombie, which I read and is great. So
they're very quality, good work.
Yeah. Actually, while we're on the subject, if you don't mind,
yeah,
I got them right here.
Show them off.
I will.
The only thing that annoyed me about House is fucking Bob.
Yeah, of course. Well, Bob's in the. So they come in these great slips covers, and nudity. But the cool thing is they come with all this stuff inserted into this. There's trading cards, a couple different trading cards, a bookmark, a sticker.
Granted, they are a little bit more expensive than your average trade comic book.
But the thing is, it's like 64 pages, which is 3 comics.
Mm-hmm.
This is like $10. You get all this for like $10,
which is a hell of a deal.
It is. I mean, there's some of the artwork you can see. Look at the scene. What scene is that? Uh-oh, what's getting ready to happen? Hold on. Whoa.
That is not a scene. Oh, there's the shark.
Yep.
Dun dun.
Yeah, so great looking artwork. Aben Press. This was my Christmas present last year, was getting all of City of the Living Dead and Zombie, getting caught up on Zombie. So this year's Christmas present, you goddamn right, I'm getting more comics. So check them out. I think they also run under Fulci Comics, but I didn't realize they've got a book called Bottom Feeder that's really good. The main character is Joe Pilato from Day of the Dead. That's not his name. His name's like John Angel or some shit. But his character is amazing, and the look of the character is based off Joe Pilato. But I'm gonna get their link and put it in the comments because I've talked to the guy, the main man over there, about doing a giveaway. We may be doing a giveaway with them at the beginning of the year.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, give away some of their comics because they've got some great stuff. Let's see. So yeah. Obviously, Jared and I are big Fulci guys, and I don't think we can go a podcast without talking about it. So, sorry for getting off track. We still love The Blind Dead.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
So we got a comment from Brian Enright himself. Love you guys. Have a great show. I'll be repping THS at the Army-Navy game tomorrow.
It's a weird place to do it.
Yeah.
It's simply abenpress.com. So I just commented on our links. If you're into that kind of thing, pick up some of the books. The Gates of Hell are done. The City of the Living Dead is done. There's only 3 issues of that. There's a couple issues of House by the Cemetery, and definitely going to have the Beyond is the last one. I'm excited about that one, especially because we both love the ending of the Beyond so much. So
I'm actually kind of jealous Brian gets to be at the game. It's like, something all college football looks forward to every year.
But he doesn't like football, so
I know. It's kind of wasted on him. He's just working.
Yeah, he's gonna be working, and
that's what I told him last night when we were talking about it. I was like, man, if you were a sports fan, that'd be like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, right.
Getting paid.
When he told me that, I was like, you're working that game? That's weird. But anyway, so any last words on The Blind Dead? Or
I mean, not really, other than I'll just close with these 4 films are movies that if you think you're a horror fan and you haven't seen them, you probably should, because there's not a lot of films that come out of Spain, at least back in that time frame. They're very, very slow in tone, but they're also very, very creepy and like ethereal, and like it's like the way they slow motion when they're riding the horses, and like the weird moans that you hear, like that's almost like a soundtrack. Like the entire time when they're coming, you can hear these weird, awkward moans, and it raises the tension level. Like Ray was saying earlier, they're not like really gory, they're not really bloody, but they're really.
A lot of it has to do with atmosphere.
Yes, that's kind of what I was alluding to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my things about a lot of the older horror movies, especially the old Hammer horror films that, like you mentioned before. There's a lot of great atmosphere, especially in the earlier ones, like the Horror of Dracula, and the Curse of Frankenstein, and even go back to Universal movies. It's a lot about atmosphere and music. One thing I forgot to mention about these, the first 2 movies, if you can find the DVDs, they have the Spanish editions on there, so there's no dubbing, and they're longer. They're like an extended cut. So if you can find them. They're worth it. Yeah, they're worth it.
Yes, they are worth it.
I really wish they had come out on Blu-ray, because the DVDs don't look bad. They don't look bad, but the way that Blu-rays are coming out these days of some of these old movies, like Criterion released Night of the Living Dead, and it looks immaculate. And then that new Blue Underground 4K zombie that you have to get, Jared. It looks wonderful.
I actually did.
You did?
I pulled the trigger.
Yes.
The one you got though is not for sale on Amazon anymore. It must have sold out fast.
Well, I've seen a lot of people with that one. It's been popping up on my.
Yeah, you can only get that one from third-party sellers now, but I got the bridge one.
Good. So when's it coming?
Hopefully early next week. And for folks that don't know what he's talking about, Fulci's Zombie got a 4K restoration, and there's 3 different alternate covers.
Here's mine.
Lenticular covers that have really cool graphics on them. That's probably the best one. I probably should have bought that one.
I mean, when I saw this, one is the logo zombie, that's got the artwork and it's cool because it has this on the actual cover, and then it has a flip around. What do they call it? Reversible artwork.
Is the reverse one the one on the lenticular?
Yeah, so it's this
Okay.
image, not that
Okay.
image. It's this image of it,
Yeah.
which is cool still. So I reversed it because I got the slip. I always do that with my Scream Factories or whatever.
I do.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Plus, it comes with the soundtrack, which is something else. And when you open it up, guess what's inside? An ad for Aben Press.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that made me super happy.
How the fuck did he do that?
I don't know, but that made me super happy.
Sean's the man.
Sean is the man.
He is the man.
Is Rotten Cotton still around? His t-shirt company?
I would think so.
I would think so too. I don't know. I don't buy t-shirts from anybody but Paul Bearer Press and Atomic Cotton. But yeah, I like Jared's talking about, I would get this if you can. This one's probably harder to get now. I'm so glad I jumped on it. Almost looks 3D too.
That's fucking cool to see, even just you doing it right there.
Yeah, I love it. Wow, wow, wow. If you follow me on Instagram, I made one of those, what are they called? Boomerangs of this, doing that back and forth, which is Razor 33, if you want to follow me on Instagram. But yeah, we've been on for 43 minutes, and we've plugged a lot of people. I'm going to have to message Sean and say, hey, man, we really plugged the hell out of your Aben Press.
You want to know what else I got with the zombie 4K?
What'd you get?
The Leprechaun set.
Oh, my God.
It
Blu-ray
was
or DVD?
Blu-ray.
Okay.
It was $12.50.
Man.
How can you not pull the trigger when it's 7 movies for $12?
I don't know, man. I got the DVD and I regret it. I bought, so my most recent purchase, they haven't arrived yet, but I got, and I may be pronouncing it wrong, Anthropophagus from Severin.
I think that sounds about right.
Pretty close, I think.
It's either that or Anthropophagus, but I mean, Fagus sounds more right.
I think that's how Mike says it, Prophagus. But anyway, I got that coming. And then today, I accidentally, and I'm no joke, they've got that one-click buy on Amazon.
I've done that multiple times.
Yeah, luckily, I've got the money for it, but I one-click bought 2 movies that were in my cart. I hit the one-click on my cart, and it was Absurd, which is another Severin film that was released with Anthropophagus, and so I got Absurd, and then Children of the Corn was down to $19. So I got that.
Yeah, I've done the one-click buy. And if I don't mean to, I just cancel it.
Yeah,
but I've definitely done that.
You can do that. Yeah, because after I was done with that, I must have lost my mind for a second because I saw that they had the Scream Factory Valentine, the movie Valentine with David Boreanaz, and I hit the one-click pre-order for that. I was like, no, I don't want that. Let me cancel that. So, but. Have you got anything in the mail lately?
Yes.
What you got?
Okay. Well, I don't know if they're the same price anywhere else, but I actually found a couple of Vestron releases.
Uh-oh.
The first, or 2 of the first 3. I got Chopping Mall for $14.
Ooh, and you got the slip too.
Yep.
Sweet.
And Waxwork 1 and 2 with the slip.
Awesome.
I paid $30 for the 2 of them, so I mean that's a pretty good fucking deal.
That's a really good deal. It's $30 for one of them usually.
Yeah. And my creme de la creme that just got released is Fulci's Murder Rock. That came out on Scorpion releasing. I think you can find it on Diabolic now, or it might be a couple more days. They can't legally sell it until a certain day, but I found it on another website. But Murder Rock is one of Fulci's lesser-known giallos that is set around workouts. It's like a workout studio.
Oh my.
Yeah, so lots of women in tights and short shirts and stuff like that. So it's got a reversible cover and stuff like that. This is actually one of his better films towards the end of his career. So it was really cool that they put it out on Blu-ray.
Might be one for me to look for.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I would be. Anytime you can get a good Fulci in your hands. You should.
Oh, wait. I do got one more.
Uh-oh.
A good friend of mine got me an early birthday present. This is a huge book. And it's called Beyond Terror, the films of Lucio Fulci.
Oh my God.
This thing is fucking huge. Okay? It is big.
Wow. Where did you get that?
Possibly Amazon. I'm not sure. I didn't ask, but yeah. This thing is beautiful.
I'm going to have to look into getting that one.
This thing is beautiful. I think it's out of print, so good luck.
Of course it is. What's it called? Beyond the Terror?
Beyond Terror, the films of Lucio Fulci. Written by Stephen Thrower. So, I mean, this encompasses his entire career, not just his horror movies. Like, it goes through all of his films.
Oh, I found it on Amazon. But the next one in their search is called Flowers of Perversion, and it has a naked chick on the cover. So I think I'm going to pass on the Fulci and get that.
Ooh, naked chick.
Oh, it's not even out yet. It's the Delirious Cinema of Jesus Franco.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'll send you the link. So I have no idea what that is. But it's a naked girl standing there with like some kind of tribal stuff on her body.
Jesus Franco.
Yeah.
That's probably Jess Franco. He's an Italian exploitation guy.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. But the Flowers of Perversion. Check it out. I have no idea what it is, but it's not in the mail, but I got this today. And I don't know technically if it's horror or not, but I've always wanted to own a copy of Dante's Inferno, The Divine Comedy. And I found this edition at Books A Million today for $10.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I am very happy with it. I'm into collecting these kind of like old style editions, 14th, 15th century looking editions of these books. And I mean,
I've got it, but I got it on like just a regular old paperback, but that's fucking cool looking.
They had a bunch of these like that on one of their bargain tables, and I saw this one and I'm like, holy shit. And it's, my God, this is just the etchings and the print it's out of control. I can't wait to put this next to my Lovecraft book and my Bram Stoker's Dracula that I bought. It's a good looking book. It was $10. I couldn't believe it. I was very happy and very disappointed that the person I was with didn't just buy me it for Christmas. Selfish. Wait, no, that's me. I'm the selfish one. But yeah, I got that, and I think that's the last thing. Other than I bought Anthropophagus, but that's coming in from Best Buy. It was $22.99 actually on BestBuy.com, which is cheap because everywhere else I saw it was like in the 30s. But that won't be in for a few days with Absurd, of course. And Those are basically like my Christmas presents to myself because I'm spending all my other money on my kids. But
As you should.
well, of course they think they deserve it. But
I did also get a double feature of Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2, but that's not. I didn't need to show that.
was it Blu-ray or?
Yeah, it's Blu-ray.
Not as cool as the stuff that you showed.
No.
I mean, the other mail stuff I got today was all the Horror Syndicate stickers and all that good stuff. I was actually super excited when that came because I got two 11x17 posters. One of the actually, I'll get them because I'm pretty happy with the quality. And you know, I don't know if anybody would want our posters.
Anybody out there want our posters? Anybody out there like stickers? Hell, anybody out there watching have any good mail days recently?
Yeah, what have you guys gotten in the mail recently? If I can open this up without ripping damn posters. Which I don't think I need to. I don't want to rip the posters. I can't open it. Where's my knife? Well, here's the Halloween logo that Jay did. So I ordered two posters, one for me and then one for Jay, because I owe Jay the world for doing this stuff for us. But it turned out really nice.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it printed out really nice. So I got him a poster, and I got one. Well, I got one for myself, but it turns out it's not mine. It's for my son. So that's going to go on his wall. And
He
then
called it.
What's that?
He called it.
Yeah.
That's mine.
He's like, oh, is that for me? I'm like, yes, it's for you. So I got that for his wall. And then the blue one I'm going to keep for myself. And it's going to be a chick magnet for when I get girls in my room. Like, check this out. The Horror Syndicate poster. What's the Horror Syndicate? You know, I'll kick them right out. I don't want to rip the poster. There we go. Here's the regular poster. Pretty sweet.
Looks like it's pretty good poster stock, too.
It is. It's not bad at all. Yeah, pretty happy about that. I like the other one better, but, you know, it's cool to have something that you kind of created.
Is that weird? Because I do like the Halloween one better.
No, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna just keep it as just a Halloween poster. I think we can go back and forth because it's a Horror Syndicate poster. I think the only one that needs to stay a seasonal poster or a picture or whatever is the Christmas one.
Yeah,
because it has a Santa hat on.
Yeah.
I gotta thank Jay Sloan again. If anybody,
Jay, if you're watching.
Yeah, I'll plug Jay, and he's my co-creator, co-owner at Unparalleled Comics, which you can follow on Facebook. We've been working together for a while. He drew the logo for me. If you can see it over there, that's the actual original copy of the logo. And I basically stole the logo off the internet and had him redo it.
Looks like we got another comment from Anthony Tees. Death House Diabolic exclusive Blu-ray collection. Record collection box set. That's actually pretty cool. I think I would want that. Sleigh Bells and Lasso have been some of my latest films that I picked up. Sleigh Bells and Lasso are out for Blu-ray. I actually just got screeners for those.
Sleigh Bells?
Yeah, Sleigh Bells and Lasso. Lasso's got the young Indiana Jones guy from Boondock Saints, Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yeah.
I got a screener for that. Those are already out? I'm really curious. But that record collection, I would probably jump on that in the near future.
I think I am too. If I see it at retail, because now on Amazon, I think it's like way overpriced. I'm going to check. Because that and the Critters collection are the two. They're both Scream Factory.
Oh, he said, yep, it's on the Epix Pictures website. They're available for release already.
Oh, Record or whatever is only $50 for all four.
All four. That's
Yeah,
not too bad.
it's not too bad considering when Amazon put it up. I think they were $70. So pretty excited about that. I've been waiting to get that. I might get that for myself. The kids won't miss $50 worth of Christmas presents, will they?
Daddy, this Christmas present is not worth that.
It's funny. My brother-in-law is a big horror guy, and I told him, I was like, man, I could buy you so many things. Can I just say it's for the family? You know, because I got him a copy of Anthropophagus, but I saw a book I wanted to get him today, and this poster and another thing, and it's like, I could just buy you stuff and say it's for the family. How about that? He's like, that won't go over well. So my niece and nephew wouldn't be getting gifts from me. But anyway, they're into Ghostbusters right now, so we'll get them some Ghostbusters stuff.
What Ghostbusters? That's interesting.
Well, he was big into Ghostbusters, and there's a phone game, like it's like Pokemon Go, but it's Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, where you go around trying to catch ghosts.
Oh, instead of Pokemon, that's cool.
Yeah, so he brought that back into the household, and now my niece wants a Gozer action figure. So they have them out, so I'm gonna get her one, and which is funny because Christmas 2004, I bought my brother-in-law Jake, who I'm talking about. I bought him a Gozer action figure because when he was a kid, he was scared to death of her. And so he opens that up. He's like, "Oh my God, did you really get this for me?" I'm like, "Yeah." But yeah, so yep, Ghostbusters is timeless. If you've never seen Ghostbusters or don't like Ghostbusters, there may be something wrong with you.
I think there might be a little wrong with you. Yeah.
Yeah, because Ghostbusters is great. But anyway.
Anthony was right. They are already up on Epic's website.
How much are they?
That's crazy. $19.99 for the Blu-rays. But I mean, they've sent me screeners for like director's cut and for hashtag screamers and the lodgers. I mean, they put out some decent, low budget independent horror films. And for anybody out there that's listening, that's not Anthony, because he already knows about Epic. Epic Films puts out some decent movies, guys.
Yeah.
So feel free to check out their store, because I am right now.
Yeah, so I guess that's about it for tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, why not?
Anthony, I'm going to check out. We want to check out your page on YouTube. Not sure. It's Anthony T's Horror Chamber. If anybody's watching, want to give him a shout out. Obscure and Obscripted. That's our buddy Joe Ridgely. It's another thing to check out. Check out their Facebook. Anthony, do you have a Facebook page that we can follow along, or Twitter or something like that? Otherwise, you can follow the Horror Syndicate, at the Horror Syndicate on Twitter. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our channel here, of course. We have Friday shows every Friday. 35 out of 52 Fridays we have a show. Next week is our final show of the year. Well, next week's the 35th episode, so but it'll be our final episode of 2018. We'll be coming back and probably restructuring the show a little bit. Coming back in 2019, sometime in the middle of 2019, with 35 new shows. And we hope to do some live streams from conventions. Like we're possibly getting a table and maybe sharing a table with somebody in July at Days of the Dead Indianapolis. So maybe we'll do some live streaming there with Jared, or with me and hopefully Jared. Excuse me, I almost burped when I said your name. Jared. And then maybe even Horror Hound, which would be in August, September. Who knows? But thanks for coming over to YouTube instead of watching on Facebook Live. Personally, I'm not going to lie, I like the YouTube better, but that's just me. You can find me on Instagram at Razor33, Twitter if you want at Razor_33. Jared?
You can follow me on Facebook at Jared Laterno, or if you want to follow me on the Twatverse, you can find me at zombie_survivor. Zombie has no E.
Yeah, and one last thing. Again, Anthony, if you do have a Facebook for us to follow, just drop it in the comments, and Jared and I will go check it out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Anthony T's Horror Chamber, and then Obscure and Obscripted. Check out their pages. I know Joe does podcasts as well, kind of like the way we do it. Have a good Friday night. Brian, we'll hopefully have Brian and Mike back next week for our final show, kind of a best of 2018. And don't forget, go to our Facebook page and enter in to win a stocking full of goodies. The featured item is I'm Dreaming of a White Doomsday on Blu-ray. So check that out. And for the rest of the team who are not here, thanks for tuning in. Have a great Friday.